So in this occasion, we're just gonna talk. Um, I picked up the topic about the COVID because we all know what it is and what's going on in the world about this virus. And before we start talking about it, I just want you to let you know that I have some information over here, and it will help you just like to reflect in the way we talk. Because whenever we talk, we not only put like the words in a random order, like they need to be in the right order so the people that you're talking to can understand it, right? So whenever we talk, we use different words, and the words are categorized based on their functions. It means like what do they do in the sentence, or what part do they play when we speak? And we have 8 of them. And the first one would be the nouns. I know you are like really familiar with them, like, but when we speak, like we don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, and we say it because we know about the rules, how they need to be combined, and we know how to use every one of them, but we don't pay attention to them anymore because we're in a we could say like an intermediate level of English, where you can just use the language and you don't even have to think about it because you know how it works. Yeah, but whenever we talk, we make use of all of them. And I'm gonna give you a moment so you can go through that information. And I'm ready to just, if you don't understand any of those, I can just help you or give you more examples about them. So you can just go through that.
Mamá, mamá.
Ya está moviendo la tele.
Quiero ver. Preposition?
Diana,
Ay,
No, está esquea.
Diana.
a la escuela, amigo.
Oh,
1, 2, 3.
Están sus aposentos. Oye, el bebé está durmiendo. Cállese. Cállese, despiértate. Antes estoy acostando con su hombre.
And we're done.
Yes.
Okay, so now it's time that you can like if you have any questions that I can just help you understand any of those topics right there, or Is it all good? Like you understand it just like from reading it? Yeah.
Number 5. So the child is very talented. Is the adverb or
Okay. Talented in this sentence, talented would be the adjective. Because if you see, it says that adjective is used to describe a noun or a pronoun. Then the child is the noun, and it's describing the child. And very is the adverb. Why? Because the adverb, it says that these describe adjectives. So it's describing this word right here. Like, it will say like very talented or very tall. So that's what an adverb is.
another example? Entonces, como es Annie dance gracefully. Entonces, dance adverb.
No, dance is the verb.
What he did, what he does.
What she did, what she's doing. And gracefully would be the adjective. Another example could be
It could
like,
be like very gracefully, and
yeah.
she would be saying that.
yeah. If you want to add a verb in that sentence, it would be like, she said Annie danced very gracefully. Just like
So
in this
graceful.
or so graceful. So is that clear? So do we have any more questions?
No.
Okay, so we use all of them when we talk. I mean, we use them even when we write. But when you write, like you can think about it. Like you are like organizing the ideas when you're writing, but it's different when you're talking, because you don't have like you don't always have like the time to organize your thoughts and say like in the right way. So it's different, but we use all of those and we don't even notice, because it's like language has to flow like in a natural way. So you don't have to even think about it to do it, like to speak about and use all those parts of speech when talking. Okay, so that'll be all the information we're gonna use for this lesson, and I have a little activity, and we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk about. It's a topic I've decided to come up with, so we can talk, and it's gonna be about the COVID, because I think it's almost like 2 years like we've been dealing with that illness going around the world, and I just want you to express yourselves and tell me what do you know about it, how much has affected this virus, like your lifestyle, and what changes have you seen around you since this all started? Like, who wants to start telling something about it?
I do it. So, just like in our life, or just
Yeah, in your life, your work life, your family life, like even just go to the store and what's different, you know? What do you do to prevent or just to take care of yourself and your loved ones when you go in a place that you think you could like be infected or something?
alright. So it seems like you said it's been going like work life has changed a lot. There's been like less work. Um, in the stores, we have to like wear, well, not just in the stores, everywhere, right? Wear masks, sanitizer. Um, there's been too many dead people, not just here.
Yeah,
Around the world.
it's a worldwide thing, so yeah, it's happening everywhere. So yeah, that's like the some of the facts that we have going on, because yeah, we have to use a mask wherever we go. We need to use sanitizer as many times in a day as possible, and
Like
we have to
we have
get
to like keep
vaccinated too.
yeah well
or distance with other people.
yeah, the social distancing, yeah, and that's going on in all places we go. So yeah, that's like some of the facts that we have for COVID. And you just said something about vaccination.
Yeah. Well, for me, I don't really think I want to get vaccinated, but in all these days my kid got sick, so I've been thinking that I have to get it because of him, not just because of me. There's a lot of people around me, so they can get sick because of me, or I don't know. There's a lot of things to think.
Yeah, to think about, and yeah, most of the people are just getting the vaccine now, and it's like very easy to get it now, because at the beginning you needed to make an appointment and go to a specific place where you can get it.
And right now, if you don't take the vaccine, there's like a lot of things you're not supposed to do. Like if you wanna go like
To
let's
the
say
store or the hospital, you
you
have
have
to be.
vaccinated.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's many places where they see vaccine as an obligation, right?
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. Okay, so well, yeah, that's very important information about COVID. So let me see. So what do you do at home to just like prevention, to prevent like the disease comes into your house?
All the things I did, well, I'm still doing it. I wash my hands all the time when I touch something dirty. I use sanitizer. I use some other products like Clorox to clean my house, or vinegar.
Vinegar.
Yeah.
Shower.
and I try to shower every day.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, those are like prevention things you could do around home. What about the symptoms? You know what the symptoms for COVID are?
Fever, cough, body aches. What else?
Like, you know, any other symptoms? Because yeah, the ones she just said, those are
Headaches,
yes,
chest pain.
Uh-huh. And there is one very common symptom that most people present
Runny nose.
when no, actually, no. Because I think the cough and the and the sore throat will be like very dry, like you don't present any mucus, like it's very dry. So I think the one of the most common symptoms that most of the people present when they got the virus would be like they lost sense of taste and smell.
Smell it.
Yeah. So, and do you know how does coronavirus spread?
Saliva, like touching.
Coughing.
Because you're not supposed to touch your face or your mouth. But a cat.
Sneezing.
Yes. So yeah, what I have here says that COVID-19 is spread from symptomatic and asymptomatic people primarily. So, well, you know what symptomatic and asymptomatic are? Like some people present the symptoms and some people
Some
don't.
don't.
So that will be like symptomatic people will be the ones that have all the symptoms. And asymptomatic people will be the ones that they just look like normal, like they're not sick at all. But they have the virus. So the infection will go through respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks. And yeah, and that just keeps it's present like in everyone, everything they touch, and you know, it's just in the air, so you get it that way. And I think that one final question would be, who do you think is at risk?
Elder people and kids.
Yeah, well, people with low defenses, right? And yeah, but everyone is at risk. So just avoiding to just go to places where that are very crowded, and just trying to use your mask like everywhere you go, and just keep using hand sanitizer and everything to prevent infection. So yeah, and that's all I have. But I just want you to think about what you just said, and give me an example where you used one of those speech parts. What we just said about COVID. It can be anything. I just want you to pay attention to that so you feel like you use it.
We used another key adjective because we were describing a noun. Coronavirus.
So now will be coronavirus.
The noun would be coronavirus. Yes.
Better.
We pretty much use them all.
Most of them.
Yeah. Except for interjections.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we use them all. So just I just want you to notice that we use all that, and
Without
we don't even pay attention
Yeah.
to it, but we do it because we know the rules to follow when we speak. We know the rules to form like sentences. We know the rules that say that nouns will always be with a verb in order for it to be a sentence. Because if we only use a noun, like it doesn't make any sense. So the most important part of a speech will be the verb. Because without a verb, there is nothing going on. Like you can't get like any information just like by saying the apple. So the verb will be the most important part of speech, and then the rest just come around it. And I think that's it. Pretty simple. Yep. Okay.